everybody. Thank you for joining me for Can We Talk About It, where we do talk about that elephant in the room. Before I begin, tomorrow is my husband's birthday, so I want to say happy birthday, Charles. Thank you for being that light in a dark place for me. I really do appreciate you. I love you to life, and you just mean the world to me. I want to give my resident, my client, Ronald. Hey, Ronald, give Ronald a shout out. How you doing, sir? My client, Christopher. Hey, Christopher. Mr. Montel. Hey, Montel. I want to give a shout out to Lachey. Hey, Lachey. Hey, Troya. Hey, Takia. So those are some of the staff members where I work at. We're really, it's a really good bunch. So, they are not going to be good apples, but for the most part, they're good apples, the ones that I mentioned anyway. So I appreciate them. I appreciate, them taking the time out to help me when staff gets short. They're there for me, so I don't have to do so many hours because I'm the manager there. So I thank God for you girls. I thank you so much. So to the show. So I told you last time we talked that I had some video footage of a young lady that had I was talking to her about her children because she left her children in the car, and I just didn't want to leave the children by themselves because there was a lot of people. Well, there were some not so nice people walking around the car looking at the children. I could not see myself leaving there. But the lady, she was not graceful about anything. She wasn't grateful about anything. She actually, told me to mind my own business, and I need to take care of my own kids, which they're grown. I need to take care of my grandkids, which they're grown. But I want to show you this footage. I didn't have enough time to get it in, so the engineers are going to take care of it for me the next time, which is going to be the third Friday that you'll see me until I get back on the road. So every third Friday from 3 to 3:30, I'll be here. I'm actually on WHPR Live. You can download the app. I'm on iHeartRadio. I'm on HPR FM 88.1. So you can go and check me out on on actually all of these stations. So anyway, well, like I was saying about the young lady, she was very nasty, very rude. She assaulted me. She threw some type of liquid or something from some restaurant into my car. And I'm just saying all that to say this. If I'm just so upset with this young lady, I just wish that I could see her by herself and ask her why was she so evil and mean. But it takes a village to raise a village. But if there's idiots in the village that won't help you raise the children, especially if they're not raising them, what are you supposed to do? So I told you my friends were telling me that I need to quit looking out for the children, and that's just not an option for me. And it's very hurtful to see some of you stank women out there, when older women such as myself take it upon themselves to be an extension of you, per se, and watch your children until you come back. You women ought to be more grateful than what you are. So I did go down to the police department, and I was supposed to did a lineup. I did a lineup and everything. I actually knew it was the girl, but I wasn't for sure because the hair coloring was different, but the eyes and when they do all of this stuff with their eyes and stuff, all of that was the same. But I just want to get this out the way and let this young lady know you're not going to get away with doing this because I'm looking out for you and your children, and you assaulted me, and I could have been driving into traffic, and there could have been a really bad traffic accident because you threw something in my car. I want to let this young lady know you are a bad mother. And shame on you for trying to get down on me for helping your stank butt. That's basically all I want to say about that. But I want to go to, there was a double homicide over here back in July. Two young men had got shot. And I don't know if they say it was execution style. They got shot in the head. I don't want to really go through everything that was actually told to me. What I'm about to say is alleged. So allegedly the police department is not helping the family catch the murderer. Allegedly, the man the two sons that died, he went and talked to a witness and showed the witness the picture of the person, and the person that seen the picture allegedly said that this is the person that did it. Now, word on the street now is, I was telling you about a detective named Tillswell or whatever her name is. This flunky, I'm tired of the police department. There are some good police officers, because the one that I'm working with this young lady, he's very attentive, and he does his job. I don't care what he say about me when I'm not around. When I'm there, he does his job. But this Detective Tiswell or Till Wells or whatever your name is, she's a sister. She just is nasty. And I want to ask the black sisters out here, especially on the police force, why are you so nasty? Why do you think because you got on that blue badge you can't be touched? Why do you think that? Why do you think that when you talk to folks, they supposed to yes ma'am and no ma'am you? I do that because that's my upbringing, not because you deserve it. For all I know, you can be an idiot. But my mom taught me to be nice to the police department, Detective Tillwell. So back to the story. So it's alleged that either the police know who this person is and they're protecting them, or this person is allegedly the family of one of the police officers, or some police officer or somebody on the police force. And this is what was told to me. They dropped the ball on this case, and they're not giving out any information. It's just a mess. So rather than to go to the police department, Detective Tillwell or whatever your name is, this black sister, you a hot mess. So from now on, I'm going to get my information from the streets. And then allegedly, I'm going to come and let you know, allegedly, this is what's being said. Because we already know the police is not going to tell you anything. They're going to sit up and pacify you, basically. Like this tramp did on the phone. And I call her that because that's the way she sounded after the conversation. Like some little tramp. She say she a talk show host. So, once again, Lady Blanche. So what? What that got to do with you working your double homicide case? Why are you so upset because I'm trying to find out what happened to my family? Huh? What's the problem, Blanche? That's why a lot of you police officers need to wait until you hang up the phone before you start talking crazy about folks. Because you got the right one, Blanche. You got the right one. Now, there was a time when I said we should not defund the police. We should just reconstruct it. But everything that's going on, and I'm going to bring some letters in because I made police complaints about a couple of officers. One is her name is B. Carlson, and she just totally did not, she said she was making a report. This is when I was telling you guys that some white man called me a nigger B, and the police didn't do anything about it. You can go to Don Diva 63 and look at the videos where every time I went to the police station, it was something stupid. People were saying stupid. I had a young brother come to me and tell me, why are you listening to him? Just turn your back. If that was your mother he said that to, what would you do? See, the police will always tell us, don't worry about it. Just walk away. Be the bigger person. Boo to you guys. Boo to you can't even solve a murder, let alone go and take care of it. When I'm telling you somebody is verbally assaulting me, you're telling me there's nothing you can do. So I think it's Chief Investor Rivera. I'm going to bring the letter from her. When I read this to you, the verbiage in here, the wording, this is just uncalled for. I don't know why people feel like, they get these papers because all it is wasted paper. They're basically saying you're a dummy and this is the way it's going to be, and to hell with you. Basically, that's what Some of the police officers, I'm only speaking, like I say all the time, from my own experience, the experience that I have with police officers, the experiences that I have in my life, period. I'm not going to come to you and talk to you about something I don't know about or something that I haven't researched. But now I feel like we really do need to defund the police department. We have Detroit 300. We have New Era. We have other people in our community. They're actually the resources that we need, and that's actually for foundational Black Americans. The police is for the blue line only, and only for people that's in their family, or if they feel sorry for somebody and it touches their heart. They have respect of persons, and they're rude, they're mean, they're bullies. So why do we still have the police department here? Why are our tax dollars paying for a bunch of gang members? Why is this happening? We don't need the Detroit Police Department, because I've always said this. I'd rather have 2 good apples than 21 bad apples. A lot of these, I ain't gonna say a lot, 10% of these police officers, and I know what I'm talking about because I have police officers that talk to me, are on the grift. Some of these police officers in Detroit will pull people over, especially people with dope or drugs or this, that, and the other, and they'll take their money and let them go on about their business. They won't even arrest them, and they won't take that stuff and put it in the evidence locker. They'll keep it for themselves. Y'all know who y'all are, because I'm going to start saying y'all names, because I'm sick of your co-workers treating me the way that they're treating me. So guess what? You're the ones that's about to be singled out too. We do not need the police department anymore, because we already see what they're doing for us. They're taking our money. They're not doing anything. And I'm not speaking about all, so if it don't apply, my brothers and the couple of sisters that I like on the force, that's any force in the country. If it don't apply, let it fly. But for you asinine cops out there that think you're above the law, or you graduate and you put on this badge and you think you gonna run out, somebody gonna get with you when it's gonna be too bad for you, Blanche and Barry. Don't nobody have time. There's too much stuff going on in this world. We're going through too many things in our lives, and then here come you false protect and serve, because you know they don't protect and serve anymore. You don't see protect and serve on that card, on those cards anymore. It just says police department. In 2015, and I'm going to get the things for this. I know I'd be telling you guys, but I work like mad hours during the week. So I'm trying to get back into the groove. But the New York Times said in 2015 that the police do not have a constitutional right to protect you. For example, if you're coming out your apartment building and there's a police, just say he's doing a beat right there on the street, and a young man come and bust you upside your head and snatch your purse, they don't have they don't have to help you. They do not have to help you. See, I understand why a lot of the older generation, you know, they come to the meetings and they want to know what's going on. They're lying to you. They always tell you that the police crime is down by 20%, and no, it's not. How's crime down when every day there's a crime, and then 2-3 weeks later you look up and they're finding bodies? So you don't even have the statistics on how many people die a day. So that's a lie. That's why I don't believe statistics. And I used to go to these places until a little nappy head, her name is Sylvia Santana or something like that. I went and I was doing some video edit for their falling soldiers. I did the filming for that, and they were talking about the fallen police officers. And I thought it would be nice for me, you know, to try to get closer to the police. But I see that's just not working, so I'm just back on your heads again because I'm tired of your bull crap. I'm tired of these politicians talking about they speak for the people. You don't know nothing about the people's will. You don't know nothing about your own will. How you speaking for somebody? You don't speak for me. The only time you see these freaks, the freaks come out at night is during the election. They come out, they talk nice, they talk about what they're going to do, and then when they get in, crickets. They don't do anything. Some of these police officers have, some of these politicians have police officers in their pockets. I can't remember if this officer's name was Officer Davis or what this officer's name was. I can't remember. But I do remember Mona Ali sicking a police officer on me, calling me, telling me, because I thought it was Rashida Tlaib. And I'm just going to say it like they say, all y'all look alike to me. So, sorry, Rashida. But Mona Ali, I went on her public Facebook page a couple of years ago and pulled one of her pictures and was like, why are we, voting for this chick? She ain't doing nothing for us. In turn, she called one of her police dogs and had them call me like I'm scared and tell me, well, Miss Mona Ali told me that you hacked into her Facebook. Now, that's a felony, ladies and gentlemen. And if anybody had believed that, I could have went to jail because of a politician's lie. So if this happened to me and I got sense enough to stand up for myself, think of all the people that happened to that they didn't stand up for themselves and they railroaded them. So Mona Ali, you're an itch. You're an itch in Detroit's belly. Because who else did you do that to? You did that to somebody that could not protect themselves. And I done told you guys time and time again, for Christ I live, for Christ I die. I'm not thinking about nothing nobody gonna do because God has my back. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. You guys need to know what's going on in your own backyard because Lord knows these people are not going to tell you. This lady can't claim she stand for the people, but meanwhile, she outright lied on a constituent because she thought I was going away. Guess what? I got some more stuff for you, Mona. I ain't going nowhere, boo-boo. I'll be here. And I'm going to be talking about you. And I'm going to be trying to find the dirt on you. Because if you're they say she's a non-resident, but she has political status in our country. So how is she a non-resident and have political status in our country? And I've tried to look that up, and it's a bunch of jargon. It's not really telling you what a non-resident is. Well, it's telling you what a non-resident is, but once you say why is a non-resident carrying political status in a country where they're a non-resident, then all of this jambalaya mess come up and you can't figure it out. So, it's a lot of crazy stuff going on down at the city county building. How you doing, Dugan? There's a lot of stuff going on, especially in the police department. And you folks, when you don't have to like me, but you gonna respect me. And when I come around, you gonna respect me. I don't care what you say when I'm not around you. Miss Ted Will or Ted Wells or whatever the hell your name is. I don't have time to coddle cops. I don't have time to kowtow to politicians. The only thing I have time for is my cat, my husband, and you guys. Looking out for you. That's why I police the police. They will pull young people over in the middle of the night or even in broad daylight. And that's a shame. Our own people won't help our young black sisters and brothers. Pull them over. Pull them over one time. This is also on my YouTube. You can go to Don Diva 63 at youtube.com and check out these videos. These people pulled over two young people. They couldn't have been no more than 19, 20 years old. I pulled up and asked them, did you give them permission to search your car? These cops come from where I'm at now. I think it's Plymouth and what it is Plymouth and Warwick. They're white race soldiers. That's the only way I can put it. Suspected white race soldiers. That's the only way I could put it. And the young man say, no, we didn't give them permission. After a while, they let them go, and I continue to follow them. So when I get to Southfield Retirement, they pull over. There's like a abandoned lot or something. They pull over and catch me at the light. So they looking at me like, and I just told them, I don't like you. And then I pull it off. Lo and behold, there's another car behind me. This time it's two brothers. That's right. If you can't handle me, try to find somebody who can. So I told them, I know why I'm following you, because that's my right. Why are you following me? No cop no pig on this earth has the right to follow you, not unless they have probable cause. They can make up whatever they want. My brothers and sisters, start putting cameras in your cars. Start buying body cams. We can all police the police, the bad ones. Some of you good apples ride with the bad apples and won't say nothing. Shame on you. Stupid is as stupid does. I'm talking to the community of Detroit. If we don't get this stuff together, the politicians and the police, they're going to be having everybody in the bread line. Because the powers that be, they don't want middle class no more. They want rich and poor. That's all they want. They don't want nobody living comfortable. Either you're going to be living a hard life or you're going to be living a good life. One of the two. One of the two. So, on that note, I was talking to a couple of people of mine, and they were telling me how they work in a hostile environment. So, if any of you people are working in hostile environments, document everything. Make sure you got an ace in the hole for people who play you like you're not valuable. You make sure that you do your job. I know some people, they'll go to work, and I know a lot of y'all know these people too. They go to work, and then they're around a bunch of lazy bums that don't do anything. But you're doing all you can to make things good where you work at. Don't stop being the superstar you are because you got a lot of lazy pigs want to lay around. Now, I talked to my friend, and he was upset, and they was upset, and they was like, I don't know what to do. This is hurting my feelings, and this, that, and the other, and I don't want to leave my job, and blah, blah, blah. Don't leave your job. And if you got a problem with things going on, being in a hostile environment, people telling you to do things that you know legally you're not supposed to do, document that stuff. Take it to the EEOC. If they fire you, sue them for firing you for retaliation. We have to start learning how to go into these jobs with our head held high and do our job, but at the same time, be professional and detective enough to cover your own butt. Because I'm a paralegal, and that's the first thing that that's the first thing that came out of our teacher's mouth, who was an attorney. How are you, William Hunter? That's the first thing that came out of his mouth. No matter what's going on, you cover your own butt. If you like working a job and people are giving you a hard time, just start documenting. When you ready to walk, then you go right to the EOC and get your ducats, boo-boo. Because I'm going to tell you something. I had to do that, and if I have to do it again, I will. You don't never go nowhere and never cover your butt. I don't care what type of job you on. Anytime somebody's talking to you bad, document all that stuff. Anytime your boss talks to you bad, document all that stuff. Anytime you feel like you're being cheated out of whatever, document all that stuff. I love my brothers and sisters. There are so many hardworking people in the city of Detroit, and they get treated like trash. and I feel your pain, and I'm praying for you guys. Nobody that goes beyond and above whatever their job called for, nobody should be downgrading them, talking stupid to them. It's only greedy folks that do that, or people that think that this is the way it's going to always be. People who do that, it tends to bite them in their butt regardless. So don't you change your star mentality because they want to be ignorant. Don't change your characteristics because somebody else want to do the fool. Now, what I will say is if you're around people that you don't care for and they get to talking to you, just walk away. You ain't got to say nothing nasty. Just walk away. Or show them in your own little way, I don't want to be bothered with you. We get put in positions where we feel like we supposed to talk to folks that hurt us. No, you don't. You don't have to say jack to these people. These people don't put bread on your table. They don't clothe you. So what you so worried about? If I don't say nothing, somebody might, then somebody's about to be in trouble. If you don't want to speak to a person, you have every right not to speak, like you have every right to speak your mind. Like me, I have every right to say how I feel about whatever goes on in my life. Now, if you become a part of my life and I speak on you, then hey, there's nothing I can do about that. You was in my life. Now, if you see it differently, get you a show and tell about what Donna did. Until then, I'm going to tell what you did. I'm going to tell how you made me feel. And I'm going to tell others that go through what I go through, don't let it happen to you. You get to a point to where you just get sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Once somebody makes me upset, I'm not upset with them anymore. I love them because the Lord says to love them, but I don't like you and don't talk to me. I'm not putting on airs for a bunch of folks trying to talk to you, and I know that you make me sick on the stomach. I'm not about to do that, Blanche. That's not about to happen, Barry. So on that note, you guys, we need to stay together. We need to stay strong. If one person don't go to an establishment, none of us should go. We keep talking about we're marching on for this. We're marching on. No, pull your dollars. I got bad feet. I'm not walking nowhere. Pull your dollars. Money talks. BS runs a marathon. So that's all you're doing, running BS. In order to get somebody's attention, pour your money and see how quick. Oh, Mrs. So-and-so, Mrs. Blanche, Mr. Berry, how are you? What do you want? Oh, I just came to say this, that, and the other. Now everybody want to be nice because you're pulling your money. Start pulling your money. When things go bad for you, you go to certain restaurants, go on Google and review because I'm the Google queen. I'm the Google review queen. Go on there and let people know how you feel about the establishment. So until next time we talk, ladies and gentlemen, stay strong and most of all, be strong.